One game. Third Eastern Conference Final. One game from their first NBA Final. One game for Larry Bird, who knows what it means to be an NBA champion, who reached the finals 5 times as a player. One game to get there again in his first year as a coach. One game for the Chicago Bulls, the NBA's team of the 90s. One game to sustain a dynasty or end it. One game from a finals rematch with the Utah Jazz. We can only guess what the future holds for Michael Jordan, but for the most fabled athlete of our time, there could be only one game left, and that one game could be tonight. One game. Game 7. Next.
This is the NBA on NBC. The 1998 NBA playoffs. Tonight, it's the Indiana Pacers versus the Chicago Bulls.
The last time a road team won a 7th game as late as the conference finals or finals, the Philadelphia 76ers against Bird's Celtics at Boston Garden in 1982. Miller lobs to Smits. He finds Dale Davis, who gets inside for the dunk.
And that's where Indiana will attack.
And slamming one home. He ended with a playoff career high of 19. Kukoc ties it, plus a foul.
You can see early in this ball game, Chicago, 2 possessions, Scottie Pippen to the basket, Kukoc to the basket.
Pippen trying to thwart Jackson as he has most of the series. Smits gives it back to Jackson, who hits the baseline J. Kukoc. Short. Rebound to Jordan. His first shot is a putback. And Chicago has a 5-4 lead. Jackson into the lane for Smits. Knocked away by Longley, but Luke is hit with the foul.
Now you watch the way Michael attacks this offensive rebound. He'll move Miller around, and then as the shot goes up, watch as he goes after it, goes up and puts it right back in. He attacked that rebound, Doug, like it was a home, like he was starving for that basketball.
Dale Davis. Miller on the run, scoops it up, and it rolls home for him. So Miller taking it to the hoop as he rarely does. Here's Harper at the other end, and he's fouled. Davis screen, and now Miller. Smits. He hit 11 of 12 from the field in game 6 and swishes his first one here. Dale Davis, stronger than Kukoc, trying to back him down, and Kukoc fouls him.
Now you watch the screener who sets the pick always gets the shot. Look at the position that he was able to establish because he set the screen. He spent off of Longley's body and shot the turnaround baseline J.
Front court. Mullen lays it in, and Indiana hasn't missed from the field. 5 of 5. Now the Bulls throw it away.
Stay with Kukoc in this matchup against Davis.
Davis again, good again.
I think he's going to go right down to the bench right now.
Jordan slipping a bit, regaining his footing. The shot swatted away by Dale Davis, and cleanly. Michael recovers it. The crowd seemingly stunned. Rather quiet at this stage. Good pass to Harper from Jordan. Davis again. Double team, so he gets it out to Jackson for 3.
There's that play we talk about, the importance of Mark Jackson making the open shot.
Davis turns to face the hoop. It's Kukoc alone on it. Now Harper comes on the double. Davis hits the turnaround, and the Pacers lead by a dozen.
And Miller up to attack from the outside.
And Phil Jackson is looking for Dennis Rodman. He's not on the bench. I think he's riding the bike, so he'll be coming into the game.
Kukoc with a bad miss. Here comes Jackson back the other way. Jackson to the hoop. Sliding away from behind by Pippen, who fouled him. Now, the last time these two teams played here, Game 5 of this series, Indiana had that atrocious stretch in which they missed 18 consecutive field goals in the first half. He's back riding the bike to stay warm. They may need him any minute. Here's Pippen inside. Longley confronts him. Rather, Smits, I should say. And there's an Indiana foul. Jackson, Smits. Pippen got a hand on it. Longley picks it up. Here's a 2-on-1 break. Michael to Pippen, the travel. And that gets the crowd back into it. And Indiana immediately turns it over. It's Michael trying to seize some momentum. Pippen fakes the three and drives. Contact. And an Indiana foul.
A careless turnover from Rick Smits leads to this. A 2-on-1 fast break. Michael Jordan. And you get Scottie Pippen with the big slam. And then the careless inbounds play. Reggie Miller just took his eye off the ball and it goes out of bounds. Those are all momentum energy plays, and you cannot make those kind of mental errors in a game of this kind of magnitude.
Touch pass to Pippen for three. Pops out. Longley. Pippen again on the drive. And a whistle.
The Bull in Indiana now should be able to go inside to Davis.
They lose it. Harper tripped and fouled. Miller misses off the baseline. Antonio Davis gives them a fresh 24. And it's Davis with the left hand. The shot doesn't fall, but he was fouled.
That's a big foul because that's going to be 2 on Luke Longley. We know the presence of Longley inside.
It's McKee on him now. Miller comes over on the double team. Scotty with the floater.
I think they're going to have to make Pippen make a jump shot.
Dale Davis against Kukoc once again. 3 seconds to shoot, and Miller slices through, takes the pass, and hits the reverse.
Now you watch Scottie Pippen in the low post. As he gets it, he fakes, and he uses his speed to go around Miller with the extension right over Davis's fingertips. Now you watch Reggie Miller on the weak side. Always moving, always moving. Ron Harper turns his back, can't see him, gets out of his vision, makes the back cut for the layup.
Indiana's apparently going to make this Game 7 a memorable one. You're watching the NBA on NBC. Pippen stutter stepping on the run. Doesn't get the roll. Has his own rebound. Misses that one. One more try and a crowd and a foul. Miller for three. He felt it. And Kukoc is fouled by Mark Jackson. 2 on Jackson.
This is a set play. Reggie Miller on a little zipper screen coming to the top. That's a tough catch. You're going away and you turn and you square. That's great footwork and a follow through in the shot.
Take it back to 10 before the first quarter ends. Miller, Rodman up on it. Pass in the lane to Davis. Little jumper off. Loose ball grabbed by Rodman. Heaves it at the horn. And after one, the Pacers, who are up by 13 at one point, lead by 8. This is the NBA on NBC. Best went around him for the game-winning basket on Friday night at Market Square. Here's Rose cutting inside of Burrell and drawing the foul. And has the loose ball. He pulls up and takes a three. Misses it. Followed by Kukoc is there.
Or Steve Kerr is going to have to make an open shot.
Here is Kerr. Foul before the shot. Kerr played 14 minutes in Game 6 and managed only 1 shot from the field, which he missed. He's averaging less than 3 points a game in this series.
See, with this group on the floor, Pippen pulls up and he takes a long J, but Kukoc is there to lay it in, and that's the way they must score against this lineup because they're very thin inside right now.
Antonio Davis against Rodman. Jumper over him. Won't go. And Dennis clutches the rebound. Kukoc out to Jordan. Puts it on the floor against McKee. And the fadeaway is good. Only his second field goal. Best open for 3. In and out. Jordan back the other way. It's Kerr. His 3 is there. Had trailed by 13. Antonio Davis surrounded, and his pass picked off by Kerr. Here comes the crowd, and here come the Bulls. Back in. Jordan splits the defense and ties the game. Kerr around the screen set by Longley. Dumps it off to Rodman, who'll be coming to the free throw line.
Now you ask why the floor is so spread right now, because they have shooters. Look at the spacing. Look at the driving lane. There's no one there to impede his progress. Now Michael knows that he has shooters out on the floor right now. Penetrates, drops it to Kerr for the 3.
Meanwhile, the last foul was on Antonio Davis, which is his 3rd.
Now you watch Jordan inside. The double team is late. Why? Because now there's shooters out on the floor, which allows Jordan enough time to operate inside.
Rose. A seemingly fearless player. That confirms what we told you a moment ago. Michael Jordan is now the all-time leading postseason scorer.
Well, Bob, after a slow first quarter for Michael Jordan where he's working so hard, he comes back in after a rest, and he's got his legs now. The nice drive and the shot over McKee, the fast break pass out to Steve Kerr, and then with all the shooters on the floor, the hesitance to double team and the layup. Michael Jordan comes in after a rest, a 7-2 run by the Bulls to get them back. In this game, they trail now by only 2 points.
Evans hands it to Michael. Into the lane he goes. Ball knocked loose. He recovers and forces up a shot as a whistle blows, and he'll come to the free throw line. Bench after being yanked with his 3rd foul.
The importance of that Pacer bench. Michael Jordan, nobody blocks him out. The best player in the NBA. He follows his shot up and gets the 3-point play the hard way. When a guy shoots a free throw, somebody's supposed to block him out. The Pacers, nobody blocks him out. You see Best and Miller in no man's land. Somebody's got to block out Michael Jordan. You give him an easy one.
Try to get Miller off with some easy baskets off screens.
Foul on Rodman was his first. Best to the hoop.
Being fresh.
Jordan. No look pass to Longley, and getting a piece of it was Dale Davis. Bushler comes up with it for Chicago. Davis's 2nd block of this first half. And an offensive foul against the Bulls.
Yeah, they caught Jordan underneath. He threw Reggie Miller away. He went to make a cut, and then he grabbed him and just shoved him out of the way. You watch he'll go up to fake a cut, and as he goes to fake the cut, he just throws Miller out of the way.
Kerr from Michael. Gets his own rebound and is belted by Best. And Bushler has the rebound. Jordan to the hoop, then dishes it out to Pippen. Cross-court Kerr. Open 3. Got it! McKee spinning around Pippen. Nice move. No basket. Foul before the shot, says Dick Bavetta.
Now you watch Dennis Rodman, who sets an open court screen on Reggie Miller so Jordan can drive off. He nails Miller. Miller falls down, is slow getting up, and they swing it cross court to Kerr, and he's wide open for the J. Miller is late in getting back, and he nails the 3.
Points off the bench now for Steve Kerr.
Michael in the lane. Jordan up on Reggie. Working on him. Shooting it against him and getting the roll, but an offensive foul perhaps. They take the basket away. The Pacers thought they might have gotten a three-point play if the call had gone against Jordan, but no.
You see Miller trying to draw the foul. Jordan is on him like a wet blanket. And Miller jumps right into him, creates the contact, and Dick Bavetta is right there to call the offensive foul.
And Jordan is pushed.
So you watch Jordan right here. What the rest has done for him, as Doug pointed out, is that the bench has come in and allowed him to get his legs back. You see the floor is so spread out now because they have shooters. So all you need is an easy pick inside, and now he's only going against two defenders inside. If Dale Davis comes to help, he can dump it off to Rodman and perform.
Jalen Rose against Bushler. Pippen comes over to help, and Rose is denied. From Hannah Storm to Michael Jordan as we listen in on the Chicago bench.
All right. You just got to be aggressive. You got to keep going at him. Hey, there's 2 minutes and 51 seconds left in the quarter. Finish quarter strong. Come on, let's go.
Bob, I'm ready to play. Put me in. Michael Jordan with great leadership there. And
the reason why that is, Doug, they have no inside presence. They're trying to establish it right now with McKee.
Rodman will be nailed with a goaltending call, but he got it out of there pretty emphatically, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Indiana's won.
Jordan putting the moves on McKee and putting the ball in the basket. Miller on the move. And fouled by Harper. After hitting their first 8 from the field, Indiana's gone cold.
Michael Jordan got off to such a slow start. He comes back in the second quarter. The rhythm is back, the bounce in his step. It's given his team such an emotional lift in this quarter. Even they don't have an extra shooter out on the floor.
Pippen's 3 is off. Harper has it knocked away. Rodman recovers it and goes to the hoop. Dale Davis against Rodman, tries to muscle it up. Jordan came over to help, and Davis was fouled.
Now, the two players who are responsible right now for this rush of energy and emotion is Rodman and Judd Buechler. You look at Buechler, knock the ball away from Rodman, from Jackson. Rodman is right there for the easy layup. Energy and emotion, as Ahmad talked about.
Jordan with McKee on him. Michael into the lane. The follow, that doesn't drop, but then Pippen is there finally for the tip.
Indiana has got to get on the board.
Miller, contact with Burrell, no call. Reggie fires and hits the 3.
That was a huge no call because Reggie loves that move where he turns and tries to sweep the ball through you.
Reggie for 3 again. Good again. A 1-point game, just under 10 seconds.
I'm running at Michael Jordan right now. Get it out of his hands.
Michael against McKee. Finds Burrell, and Burrell with a huge hoop that beats the horn. Jordan and Burrell are both arguing. Jordan talking about a previous possession where he thought he was fouled. Burrell thought he might have gotten a 3-point play on that last hoop.
You see, Doug, you talked about going to double Jordan, but he's so smart, and he sees the floor so well. You see Burrell goes up, hesitate, takes the double pump, and the hit from Dale Davis, but they don't call a foul. And you see Michael Jordan going right at Hugh Evans, wanting a foul. He said, hey, I was going up and he knocked it out of my hands. That was a foul.
Whether it's Hugh Hollins or Hugh Evans, no matter the hue, the Bulls apparently are seeing red. Their lead is cut to 3. Stay tuned for the Prudential Halftime Report coming up after these messages. You're watching the NBA on NBC. Puts it behind his back on it. Into the lane for Miller, and Reggie Miller with a little flip move. Jordan with Miller on it. Now around Smits. It comes up short. He gets his own rebound. He tries again, and this time gets the result he's looking for Indiana. He lobs it to Smits. Smits finds Dale Davis. And there's a Chicago foul.
Well, Michael Jordan's going to spin in the lane, and you get people giving help, and you lose track of blockouts. But as I said before, your guards must come back and rebound. One of the things with the Pistons, you and Vinny and Joe rebounded. You came back, and that helps your big people.
Stumbling a bit. Kukoc hits from the head of the key. Jackson, 5 on the 24. Smits double team. Jackson will take a three, and he'll put it down.
Now Jackson lined that three up before he took it, knocked it down.
2-point game. Kukoc again. Good again. Longley gets inside Smits, and Mullen trying to help fouls him. Reggie to Mullen. Mullen into the lane. And got the rolls.
And able to extend away from him so Pippen couldn't block the shot.
Kukoc, 3 in a row, and that was a three.
Great start here in the third quarter. Points.
Mullen has room and has the hoop. Like a putt that won't drop. Miller, another three. Got it again.
What a great screen, though, by Smits. Isaiah, what you're seeing also here in this quarter is more movement. Reggie Miller off the basketball. They're screening. They're moving. In that second quarter, they got stagnant. They started playing one-on-one basketball.
Jordan deals it out to Harper. Kukoc feeling it. And Ryder, his second consecutive three.
Miller Genuine Draft presents even more basketball.
It's been all Tony Kukoc in the third quarter for the Bulls. Little jump shot at the top of the circle. Spots out and hits the open three-point shot. Swings it to the other side for the three. And he says, I'll go to the corner and get a three. 10 of the 13 points scored by Tony Kukoc in this quarter.
Back soon, we would guess. But not for Kukoc as long as he stays this hot. Here's Pippen with the fadeaway. And Scottie Pippen nails it. Michael double teamed, returns it to Scottie. Now it's Kukoc into the lane and to the hoop, and he's fouled on NBC. Dick Bavetta whistles play to a halt after Smits sat down with his fourth foul, and now Pippen picks up his fourth. Kukoc has it knocked away and stolen by Miller. Foot race for Jordan. Reggie is fouled by Michael, who reacts with a disgusted display, thrusting both arms into the air.
See, I think that time the foot speed of Michael Jordan caught Reggie Miller, and he just threw him off balance a little bit. He took a swipe at the ball, but I don't think he touched anything. He cut his feet, so he really couldn't extend and get up. So I think that was a smart play by Jordan.
Just so the Jordan fans hold those cards and letters, I said it was a display of disgust, not a disgusting display.
You see what he did right there? He just took the feet out from under Reggie Miller so he couldn't plant and jump.
We're still in there.
Michael poked away on a foul. Jordan double teamed by Mullen and Miller and took too many steps.
See, every time Jordan gets the ball in the low post, Indiana is running a defender at him.
Here is Jordan to Kukoc, who's been on fire and stays that way. Back. Jordan trying to split the defense, and there's an Indiana foul.
It's important for Chicago to get some cushion so you can rest Michael Jordan. Michael has great confidence in Tony. He's come through in this quarter, hitting big shot after big shot. And this is what you have to do to defend your championship.
2 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in a third quarter that has belonged to Tony Kukoc. 5 of 5, 14 points. driving on Harper. Kukoc cuts him off. Nice pass inside to Dale Davis, who's wrapped up by Rodman. Chicago by 7 in Game 7. Jordan into the lane. Can't make it 9. Antonio Davis comes away with it. They've got a break if they push it. It's best from Miller. And he lays it up and in, plus the foul. Tough hoop.
Well, Michael took it hard to the basket on one end. Some contact and no call. And Indiana's going to counter quickly on the other end of the floor. We watch Michael take it to the basket. The swarming defense. The Pacers come up with a loose ball. Reggie gets it to Travis Best, and we know he can finish. This is reminiscent of the finish of the third quarter he had the other night.
Looking for the cutters. It's Michael. Off the back iron. Rodman grabs the rebound, but there's a push. And Rodman now has 4 fouls. Begins to shoot. Does Best know that? McKee does, but it's short. Kukoc has it. 7 seconds to get off the quarter's final shot. Steve Kerr. Long 3. And it comes up way short. The Bulls led by 3 at the half. They tack a point onto their lead in the third quarter. Final 12 minutes of regulation coming. The Pacers and the Bulls separated by 4 points. We're back after this from your local station. You're watching the NBA on NBC. McKee has it knocked away by Pippen, and Scotty eventually comes up with it. Best went for the steal and got a piece of it, knocking it away from Kerr.
Has dominated the fourth quarter in this series thus far.
That's 5 on Rodman. He's got 5. Pippen has 4. Mullins, Smits, and Antonio Davis all have 4 for the Pacers.
You see Davis trying to establish low post position on the box, and they call a foul on Rodman. It's a lot of contact right there. Jordan's a little disappointed in that. Knows that Rodman has picked up his 5th foul, and the Davis boys have been punishing whoever is on.
Making an appearance in the fourth quarter of a close Game 7. Not what Phil Jackson had in mind. Rose, double pumps, hits, +1. Bushler is on Rose. Around an Antonio Davis screen for the jump shot that evens the issue at 69. Back to Jordan. Jordan spinning, twisting, looping one up there, no good. And finally a whistle stops play as the ball goes over to Indiana with 9 minutes left. Smits backing in on Kukoc for the jumper. It rolls around and drops home, plus you can tack a foul onto it.
See, there's no resistance from Kukoc. Smits was able to get the ball back down, and as he spent into the lane, Kukoc reached in. You see him establish the position. Now he'll take 3 dribbles, get his feet together, and Kukoc reaches in, tries to slap down. Smits goes to the line for the possible 3-point play.
The Bulls playing for a 6th title. Pacers playing for a first-ever trip to the finals. 7 misses in a row for Jordan, but not 8.
Offensive rebound. You play the great initial defense.
Plus he's got a guard, Miller, who swings it back to Smits. Driving on Kukoc. Contact, and the foul will go on Tony.
Michael working so hard in the post. He fades away. He doesn't get a shot. He sort of short-armed that one. Longley tips the ball to Michael. Then you see the strong effort to finish it up.
For the next 7 minutes and 37 seconds, the Pacers go to the line on any foul. We'll see what happens tonight. Jordan to the hoop. And he'll come to the foul line after an explosion to the basket. He can't do that as often as he once did. He can't do it throughout the game. But when he needs to, the explosion is there.
Bulls get Rick Smits involved in pick and roll. He can't jump out there to stop it. The Bulls know it. Look, he can't move his feet. He opens up, and he ushers Michael right to the basket for the dunk. So look for the Bulls now to get Rick Smits involved in as many plays as possible where he has to move his feet. Back on Smits.
Smits shoots over him. And another chance for a 3-point play as Longley picks up his 4th foul.
So you watch Smits fighting Longley in the low post. He gets his balance, and he takes the dribble, makes Longley move. Longley gets the elbow extended, pushes him off. Dick Bavetta is underneath. blows it, gives them the possible three-point play.
Longley. Kerr for the lead. It isn't there. And a foul on Longley as he tries to take the rebound away from Antonio Davis, and now Longley has 5. Jordan knocked away by McKee and cleanly. 3 Pacers surround Michael. And a jump ball is called. Into the lane against 3 defenders. Can't put it down. Loose ball tipped out to Pippen. Kerr can tie it. And does! Antonio Davis gives the Pacers the lead again.
Dotted line area.
Jordan to the hoop. And an Indiana foul. Michael will have to hit them both for the Bulls to draw even.
Steve Kerr spotting up. He's been big today. This is his 11th point of the game. And that's a huge shot because you give up a jump ball and you also don't get an offensive rebound. And now the give and go, Tony Davis on the bank shot. And Zeke, a good call. He was in the dotted area. And Reggie now, that's going to be more energy he's going to burn.
Best trying to drive on Kerr, pushed off of him for an offensive foul. And now Best has 4. Bounce pass to Longley. It won't go. Miller and Pippen battling, and Scotty comes away with it. Pippen. Chicago leads it, 81-79. Who goes to the floor to try to recover it, but his saving pass is stolen by Kukoc. Jordan taking it to the basket, taking a pounding. Players spilling all over the floor, and Jordan coming to the free throw line.
The offensive rebound by Scottie Pippen. Reggie Miller's got to come up with this ball. It's a critical play. And what does it lead to? It leads to Scottie Pippen off the little stagger screen and the open jump shot. You've seen now a jump ball that they didn't get. They get a 3 off of, and an offensive rebound. That's 5 points in a game like this. It gives them a 2-point lead.
Coming over with help. 5 on the shot clock. Michael dumps it off to an open Longley. And the Bulls have a little bit of breathing room. Ahead by 4. McKee, and he travels.
Championships are all about trust. Trusting your teammate. When you get double teamed, you give the ball up and you say, you gotta help me. Michael Jordan spins, he finds Luke Longley. Luke hasn't been the man now shooting it, but he knocks it in, and Michael Jordan on his way back points and said, I'm gonna need you, and all of you to help us win this game today.
And during the last timeout, Longley trying to bounce it to Rodman, but Miller picks it off.
Now Reggie Miller has to get involved right here.
Smits sandwiched by Pippen and Longley and fouled. 2-point Chicago lead. Michael Jordan. Every time he takes it to the hoop. Jackson driving on Pippen, dealing out to Miller. Big 3, won't go. In fact, an air ball, but it looks like a perfect pass to Antonio Davis. Game. Pippen driving, throws up a little hook. It bounces home, plus a foul.
Reggie Miller right here got caught up on the screen, and he pushed Antonio Davis into a foul.
And Davis has fouled out. To take the lead to 5, which he cannot do. But Jordan out-battles 2 Pacers for the rebound.
And try to post Rick Smits.
They look for Smits, and Harper takes it and comes up with the steal. 5 on the shot clock. Michael against McKee, lets it go, and can't put the Pacers away, but the offensive rebound across the basket to Harper, which has been part of the story all night. Jordan. Longley beats the shot clock. Rebound to McKee. Indiana still with a chance. Jordan. Longley beats the shot clock. Rebound to McKee. Indiana still with a chance. Jackson. McKee out near midcourt. McKee for 3. It's long. And Michael is there, as he so often is, with whatever it takes. 12 seconds. Harper in the front court. 10 seconds. Miller reaches in and fouls him with 8.9. 5 points with 8.9 on the clock. Reggie Miller once scored 8 points in 8.9 seconds in a playoff game at Madison Square Garden. They're down 5 with 8.6 on the clock now. They restored a few tenths of a second during the timeout. McKee looks to get it in. Reggie running off screens, but it's Smits with a quick turnaround and miss. Dale Davis can't hit the tip. Longley has it, protects the ball, and on to the finals. For the 6th time in 8 years, go the Chicago Bulls. Michael Jordan is with Ahmad Rashad.
All right, thanks, Bob. Michael, in all the championship runs, I don't think that you have had as much concern over victory than you did tonight.
Hey, man, this team is real tough, as you can see. I mean, we had to fight for everything that we got. And, you know, we had some key plays from Judge Bush. The Judge came in and gave us some great minutes. Steve Kerr got us back in the game in the first half. And I think that's where we really, you know, momentum-wise, started to pick things up. When we first came out, I could sense everybody was a little nervous, a little tense. But somehow when we got back in the ball game, we knew we were in a fight, but we knew we had a chance too.
One of the big keys in this game, like you're saying, you were saying we was very strong this evening.
It is a we. It's not one individual. I know, you know, everybody maybe sometimes sit back and wait for me to do it. But today, everybody had to step forward. You know, this team played a heck of a game defense on me, and you know, everybody has to step up and expand the defense. And Steve Kerr really did a good job with that, and Luke and Tony Kukoc.
Now, the pressure is not off because this isn't the goal. The goal is in the next round.
Yeah, but we had to get to the round. So it was a hard fight, 7-game series. And, you know, Utah's back there waiting for us, and they got the home court advantage this year, and it's going to be even tougher. So, I mean, I think a day off will give us a chance to clear our minds and put what's happened behind us and focus on what's in front of us.
All right, Michael, enjoy yourself momentarily. Gear up for the championship run. Let's go back to Bob Costas.
Ahmad, thanks very much. Joining Doug Collins, Isaiah Thomas, and me now courtside is Tony Kukoc. And regardless of the heroics of Michael Jordan, it's very possible that the Chicago Bulls would not be headed for Salt Lake City were it not for the third quarter of this man, Tony Kukoc. Tony, you were blazing in that period.
Well, I felt the shot in the third quarter, and every time I got the ball, I needed just a little bit of time to get it off.
Tony, I thought you took excellent advantage of your foot speed when Dale Davis was guarding you, and you were able to move him out on the perimeter.
Well, that's the thing that I'm trying to do. They start the game posting me up with the Dale Davis, and on the other side, I got to try to take the advantage of outside. And it worked for them early. It worked for us in the third quarter.
Tony, you've had a reputation earlier in your career to go along, of course, with respect for your various abilities, a reputation as it's put, a soft player. A lot of people think that you've dispelled that image in this series.
I don't know. I don't think as a being a soft. Sometimes I'm playing a 4 and a 5 spots, which is not my natural spot. I played for 10 years on a 3 spots and a guard spot. So right now, sometimes I do struggle against the bigger guys and the stronger guys. But at the same time, I can take the advantage of these guys outside.
Phil Jackson told us yesterday that if Dale Davis had gotten off early, as he did in Game 6 at Market Square Arena, he might have to pull you, even though you've been shooting well, averaging 15 points now and shooting better than 50% in the series, might have to pull you and get Rodman in there earlier than expected.
Well, they did start good. I thought I was playing Davis, as we thought, not getting him in the middle, but he hit some shots over me. He started a good game. But the important thing, that's 48 minutes of a game, so it went good for me in the third quarter, and we won a game.
Tony, quickly, how much nervousness surrounding this team before this Game 7?
Actually, I was very calm. I was very calm, and we never played a 7th game, so this was a new experience for us. But as every other game, you just got to go out and give your best. After that, whatever happens, happens. You cannot do nothing after that, but it will work for us great, and now in the finals again.
Congratulations, and on to Utah. We'll see you there.
Thank you very much.